开始。
Come on, come on.
我得确定他拍了呀。
Oh, hi. Hi guys. I'm Alex.
I'm Vanilla.
And this is just a testing video, and don't watch it. And we just use it to, miss a deadline and available the YouTube link. So we're here to introduce our project of FIBRE501, and the project is about the effects of land irrigation on Africa's crop production and productivity. We all know that the problem of food security with rapid growth of population in Africa is acute for a long time. Well-management irrigation system which controls a spatial and temporal supply of water can promote growth and yield, and enhance the economic efficiency of crop production in Africa.
In order to have a big picture of the agriculture area and its irrigation situation of Africa, we use some tools like ArcGIS, Excel to help us clear some questions about Africa's agriculture and its irrigation situation. Those are problems we want to figure out.
So here are some our studies. Firstly, we downloaded the agriculture area data from FAO, then draw a map of agriculture area per kilo square. As you can see, the darker color means more agriculture area in this region, and the map divided by countries. From the map, we can easily tell which part of Africa has larger agricultural land. For example, Morocco, Nigeria, South Africa, Ghana, and so on. But this is just a simple overview. We want to know more. We want to know something about irrigation situation in Africa, which part better develop their irrigation system of agriculture area. As you can see in the second map, parts with darker blue represent the countries have more irrigated area in the agriculture area. Basically, it's a proportion. We color this map based on the density of the irrigated area, and it's a map telling the story of 2011. The numbers on the map represent area of this region. Apparently, Africa is not a place having developed irrigation system. Only several countries of Africa have irrigated area, such as Morocco, South Africa. Those are both comparable developed countries of Africa, we all know that. So we can compare this map to the former one. We can see that countries with more agriculture area does not necessarily have denser irrigated region. So do those countries' irrigation system really contribute to the agriculture production? Is more irrigated area or denser irrigated area means more yield on this region? We narrow what we are studying at the next step. We decided to choose some countries which continuously have irrigated area from 2002 to 2011. Pick some crop items they all have, and compare their yield and irrigation situation. We filtered 6 countries which has continuously have irrigated area from 2002 to 2011. Then we choose the year of 2011 because we want to use data from a year which have been comparable, stable, and mature irrigated regions. Then we easily found 2 items, potato and cereal. So firstly, it's a map of 2011 potato yield and irrigated area in total agriculture area. Basically, it's an irrigated portion. Let's rank their irrigated portion and yield. As we can see, the rank doesn't match. Now let us change our item to cereal, see what we can get. And their ranks are not the same, doesn't match again. So now we get the current conclusion. So that's no, I don't need this sentence. So then we realized developing irrigation system is actually a process. It might be not enough for us to compare different countries' yield in 1 year to conclude how irrigation affects the yield. We decide to do some vertical comparisons. We want to know in a certain place with this irrigated area continuously existing and developing, how its yield changes.
Okay, next part we will use Excel to analyze the correlation between yields and the irrigation area. As you can see in the graph, we use a column to illustrate the change of potato yield from 2002 to 2011 in Ethiopia. Meanwhile, we also use the line graph to demonstrate the annual irrigated area in this country. At first glance, you can hardly find any relationship between these two variables. But if you can have a close look, you will find something like a lag effect in the relationship. The expansion of the irrigated area will render another rise in the yield in the following 1 or 2 years. Following this rule, we can see that from 2007 to 2008, there was a rapid rise in irrigated area. After 1 year interval from 2009 to 2010, there was a corresponding rise in yield. And the drop of yield from 2010 to 2011 and the decrease of irrigated area from 2008 to 2009 are also the same story. Considering the special climate in Ethiopia, there involve both the drought and the flood, which calls for the irrigated system to help it improve the water resources management. As the irrigated area grew increasingly, the yields grew in an opposite direction, but what we should notice is that the area doesn't equal to the efficiency. Whether the irrigation system would help improving the agricultural situation or not is determined by how the systems are being managed. The shift between drought and flood made it more challenging for Ethiopia to manage its irrigation system. Another graph, we use the same Excel tools to describe the irrigated area and the yield level of potato in Morocco from 2005 to 2011. There seems to be no evidence to prove any correlationship between these two variables. And then we did a statistic analysis. As you can see, the scatter graph and the coefficiency of it. Its coefficiency turns out to be negative 0.5, which means that there's no strong linear correlation between the yield and the irrigated area. But the result makes sense because there exist too many factors that will affect the yields. The irrigated area and the development of irrigation system are only one of them. If we want to draw to a more sound and complete conclusion about this issue, it's wiser for us to take more drivers into account, such as financial investment from the government, the introduction of high tech, the weather, and etc. Let's end this part with this graph. The graph tells us that the agricultural area in Africa as a whole has been steadily increasing with a bit of shocks, and the percentage of irrigated area to agricultural area has a rising tendency, especially in the recent years, though still with some downside trade in 2007 and 2008. Okay, finally we want to conclude our discussion. The first point, only small parts of Africa such as Ethiopia, Morocco, Niger, etc. have applied the irrigation system into agriculture. A large majority of countries in Africa still have no access to the irrigation system. We think maybe not only because of the awareness, but also because of the limited investment capitals and the natural resources. And the second point, the percentage of irrigated area in the total agricultural area has a strong tendency to rise during the past 10 years. And the final one, the relationship between the yields and the irrigated area was shown to be not that strong. The reason is obvious, because the irrigation system cannot drive the yield up independently. We still need to take more factors into consideration, things like technology, financial investment, natural resources, and etc. But lastly, we cannot ignore the contribution of the irrigation system in the rise of yields. That's all about our project.
Yeah, that's all about our project, and I hope we give some useful information
for
you.
the audience. Thank you.